Use the internet.
Apparently it works for some.
So our next speaker is Krystyn Gatto, but Krystyn, don't get up yet. That's just way too easy. So Krystyn, who is Jamie's cousin and another lifelong friend, is a beautiful, ambitious, athletic, hard-working young woman building her career in the commercial real estate business. What? Krystyn, I can't read your writing on this next part. What's it say? Come on up, Krystyn.
Oh, you need a mic to talk on? Or?
Yeah, there you go.
Well, thank you, Keith, for the lovely plug. So in case anyone didn't know, I'm also Jamie's cousin, other than her maid of honor and best friend. I thought I'd share with you guys a little bit of how Jamie and I moved from being cousins to being the best of friends. Back in the day, it's a little bit more embarrassing for me than it is for Jamie. Her mom used to force her to hang out with me and be my friend and let me tag along to everything. And you guys might ask, why would Debbie and Shelly allow their daughter or niece, who's 5 years older than me, take me out, possibly drinking and whatnot with her friends? And my side of the deal was that I was supposed to do reconnaissance and report back on all the bad things Jamie was doing. But little did they know that Jamie would take me lawn bowling, get me drunk, take me to, believe it was the fireworks for Canada Day, and then give me her ID and take me to the bar. I was 14. Sure enough, from that day on, our friendship has only blossomed. And so, as you can tell from that story, Jamie has been a very good influence on me. And you really have. She's led by example in so many ways. Because of Jamie, I've never gotten caught drinking on the school grounds. I haven't been suspended. I haven't got caught by my mom or my dad when sneaking out, and same for Jen, thank you for that one. And last but not least, I learned that I should not argue with my mother because she is perfect. That's at you, Deb. We know you're perfect. So, sorry guys, I'm not the best at speeches here. So Jamie and I have been together through all the good stuff, the breakups and the late night calls, and we, after Jamie moved to Calgary for a bit before moving to Australia, we were pretty much inseparable for almost 2 years. We did a lot of road trips. In fact, one time coming out here for Debbie's birthday, we happened to meet the men's national ski team on the highway, and we decided, hey, let's go back and party with them in Panorama. It's only midnight. So for those of you that are not around the area, Panorama is about 2 hours north of here. So we went there for a good little party and came on back, and it turned out to be a great night. Jamie also tends to pop in for fun events like dress-up parties. She came to a Tight and Bright event where anytime Jamie gets to get dressed up in bright spandex, she is one happy lady until about 2 a.m. where she just gets tired. I've had to pick up Jamie at the bar a couple times in her life, a little bit tired. But no matter where we end up, whether I'm in Texas or Jamie's in Australia or I'm in Australia, we always seem to end up back together. We met up in Texas where the two of us and our mothers danced on the bar at Coyote Ugly. And Jamie and I, they only got up there for a photo. I went to visit Jamie in Australia for the first time, and we ripped it up on the Gold Coast and in Melbourne, and she came back to visit me when I was there. So we always end up there or back here in Cranbrook. Jamie's also been my best friend through some of the tough times as well. I was there with my dad when she wrecked her car on the way to pick me up from Lethbridge, which is great. She's been there for me when I moved to Melbourne completely blind, and to pick up the pieces when I got the call about Tyler in his accident. Sorry. And so I'm so lucky to have her in my life to pick up those pieces, because I couldn't have gone through that time in my life. get through that little bit. And so I think I'm very lucky. The closest years that Jamie and I have had have been since she was about 25 to 30, and she's grown into the most gorgeous woman I can ever meet. She's really come out of her shell and become her own individual, and putting herself out there the way she has is just beautiful. And I don't cry, so this is really tough for me. And so I'm going to move on to something a little bit lighter. When Jamie first moved to Oz, or back to Oz to be with Jim, again, we thought he might be a serial killer, but we weren't quite sure. That or a midget doing boss to plane. Terry thought she might. But it turns out he was a pretty good guy. He was pretty lucky. I was the first family member that he got to meet. And lucky you, Jim.
Not as lucky.
But it turns out that he is an amazing guy, and we are so happy to finally formally invite you into this family. And so when I was writing this speech, you know, everywhere it says is give a little piece of advice, and I'm 5 years younger than her, and she's been more places than I have, so what kind of advice am I going to give? So I thought I'd take a stab at it in something a little bit more personal and tailored to the two of you. So here it goes. So don't be afraid to make sacrifices for each other. Never forget or take for granted the sacrifices that you make for each other. And never hold those sacrifices against each other, because those sacrifices will bring you to the most amazing places that you'll ever be, like here today. And so with that said, I wish I had a glass, so we could praise it for Jamie, my best friend in the entire world, and her new best mate, Jim.
Thank you.